Hello and welcome to Fire Emblem The Last Promise, 0% growths. This is Chapter 19. I'm doing this map solo because it's a relatively long map. It also split up into two parts in the input files because I got interrupted in the middle and I wanted to make sure that I got everything correct. This video will also cover Chapter 19X because it is a simple one turn. I forgot to record in preps me promoting Shuda. But all you need to know is that he has 2 hand axes and a steel sword. And he was promoted. You'll see why he was promoted. Liu gets deployed, because of course he does. And then during this first turn, you'll see Liam hit an important benchmark. He uses a steel bow here, being 1 round's a fighter, and then gets to S-rank bows. He now can use that swords willy-nilly without having to worry about weapon dispositions, which is really nice. Also, Anakin promoted at the end of the last map. I'm not sure if I talked about it. He gets +1 move, he heals 15% with max HP, I believe, at the start of every turn. And he, can use E-rank stabs, although you'll never see him use them. During this map, you may have missed out on Cheetah promoting in past, but you will see a promotion in the middle of this map. I got to show Kevin's inventory, but he is carrying an eye quest. Make of that what you will. There are 4 treasure chests in this map. 2 on the left, 2 near the throne room. The ones in the left have a mithril blade and a night crest. The ones in the throne room have an Elysian whip, which we need, and a lucky charm, which we don't need. That soldier that's above that chest right there has a chest key. There's also a secret shop in this map, so Ash has the member card. It's in that secluded spot right next to the door for him. Lime's only phase here is rather important. He misses one of his attacks and movements. It doesn't matter if he hits both because he doesn't one round with an iron sword, and I can't really afford to waste slim sword or lancer uses. Here Shuda has to get hit by this soldier in order to bait one of an archer who has either a longbow or a rifle bow over. During this enemy phase, Liu takes a little bit of damage from the javelin soldier, and then this longbow rifle bow attacks Shuda. Shuda's promoted mainly for +1. Ben and Karina need to reach A-rank lances either here or in the next map, 19X, in order to have access to silver lances in Chapter 20. Karina reaches that benchmark. She in fact already has reached that benchmark. Ben hasn't. After this map, he will be, I believe, 4 weapon experience away from A-rank lances. But there is one enemy in the way of killing the boss in the next map, who luckily Ben can handle. Or can actually. I fumble around a bit because this map is very precise in the ordering, because everything has to be done properly. Within the last couple turns, I mess up the ordering, but so long as Anakin dodges one attack, literally everything else can go wrong. And, literally everything else can go wrong, and it just means I have to alter my strategy. Which means that Ben gets a little bit less lance experience, and Shuda gets a tiny bit less hand axe experience, but it does not change anything. Shuda will not be reaching any higher axe rank than E, in all likelihood. Siegfried is still using the new thunder. His stats are starting to fall off, but these soldiers are weak, and he's able to still deal decent damage to them. Karina is still out here one-rounding things using the Elden Lance. The boss drops an Earth Suit. He has a Silver Lance, a Javelin, and 16 speed, so he's a difficult enemy to kill. Other notable enemies include a Paladin and his Hero Slave, which is effective against the hero class, so that you can't use a halberd user like Ash against it. Ash or Noah, rather. Kellic is moved there to draw for an armor. He can dodge or he can be hit. He doesn't take any rounds of combat after this for the rest of the map. Karina kills more soldiers, and Liam kills a fighter, kills a mercenary, and then uses the silver sword to weaken a mercenary significantly. This allows Shuda to kill it with steel sword. Shuda needed to promote to have the +1 move that he uses to attack this mercenary. Technically, another unit like Eduardo could be used if I use the Steel Lance on him, but it's less reliable. Plus, you need to work a lot, and we make up the promotion item cost already in this map. Because we get 2 Night Crusts in this map. Ash gets a 7% crit there. I just wanted to show it off. Well, that's weird. It doesn't matter how much Liam gets hit. No, she didn't. Noah goes over and kills his hand X. Noah's a very nice unit to have back. He's not super good. Ash is still better, but he's still nice to have. Itsuki weakens a soldier and Siegfried kills it. With Steel Lance. I'm just trying to conserve Newfound uses because it's more useful than the Steel Lance. Plus, getting Siegfried to Silver Lances if he's not already there will be helpful. At least a tiny bit. Peter then moves up using this extra +1 move from promotion and kills this mercenary with Steel Sword. That's literally the only reason he's promoted. Although having an extra 1-2 range unit with hand axes is nice for this map, it doesn't help out much in the next map because he only gets E-rank axes. Trina kills a soldier with Javelin, and then look at this sword, quite funny. After Emma heals up Liam. It might be Liam, but I'm just gonna keep pronouncing it Liam. You see Anakin has a silver sword, a short bow, and a Landsweeper. The short bow doesn't end up getting used, but Landsweeper does, and so does the Killing Edge. The Killing Edge is used to kill the warrior with a critical hit, and then it is sent to the convoy because this energy, this warrior holds an energy ring, which Liam has to use next turn. The energy ring needs to be used on Liam. At least one energy ring does, either this one or the chapter 12 one. Chapter 13 one, rather. In order for him to be able to one-shot the boss at max map. Kevin is deployed, 1, to bait over that fighter on turn 1. And 2, there's an enemy unit that can be recruited with either Anakin or with, Kevin. What are these turns on this map? Yeah, I do. However, this is the most reliable way of handling it. Also, since I didn't mention it, Liam queued up a silver bow. That's Rex right there, an ally unit. He's the main reason we need to lure over all the enemies near him because Liam can't handle that many enemies on enemy phase, and he will attack one of them, and we need the experience on list for units, experience, weapon experience. Ash visits the secret shop. This sells piercing swords, killer lances, poison axes, rifle bows, and hero squares. Most of those are useless to us. The poison axe is useless, the rifle bow is slightly helpful in chapter 20, and the killer lances are super helpful. They allow us to get either 5,000 gold or a promoted storm in the next map. Spoiler alert. And they allow me to get more consistent 1 rounds against some wyverns in chapter 20. Well, not necessarily consistent, but they allow 1 rounds to be possible. This is turn 4. He goes up and equips a hand axe, and then kills this archer with it. This wasn't originally the plan, so things got a little screwy. Because originally Emma got that kill, but it doesn't matter. I tried to trade with Anakin just to make sure the inventory was correct. Equip the iron sword instead of the silver bow. Gave Anakin to shoot him, and then use the energy ring. And Kento upset using the range of these Cavaliers. These Cavaliers, he's meant to just weaken them, not to kill them, because they get killed by Ben and Noah for sword and axe experience, respectively. And then Ben take up positions so that they can help Lion with his push towards the throne room. Lion cannot double this boss, he has 16 attack speed. Which is unfortunate, but it is a sacrifice that needs to be made. Instead he can just 3 or 4 shot KO him with the Landsweeper that Anakin has. Yeah, Rex equips a Javelin, because those are 2 majors over there, and they would be a rather big pain in the ass to deal with if we put those thrown with just Lion. So instead, I use Rex here with Javelin, and then promote him so he can kill his mages. Is this necessary? No. Rex would be able to do this unpromoted. It just means I would have to have Tomiko near him, or I'd have to heal him at some point. But promoting Rex is pretty funny, and money doesn't really matter. which is not necessarily true, but we have enough money by the time we need it. Also, we get 2 Night Crests during this map. Rex is supposed to miss there so that he doesn't get killed by both mages combined. Rex kills this mage. Well, it's not the combined part, it's just, he's just supposed to miss there. It doesn't particularly matter. It doesn't change the thing. And then Shooter gives Anakin to Lion again and weakens his Cavalier, which then allows, Shooter to be healed up because he took a lot of damage by Emma. And then Ben can get the kill on the Cavalier after Lion clicks forward and clips the Lancer. The main reason that he focused on getting a Master Bow so fast is because he uses Light Super a lot, and Light Super gives sword experience, like a lot of sword experience, and I was just nervous about him getting S-Rank swords instead of S-Rank bows. That and S-Rank bows gives him extra hit and crit using bows, which is super nice when you'll be needing to get a lot of hits and crits with bows in Chapter 20, and in the next map, it makes his boss kill more reliable. Tekken gets the A-rank sword from this map. Spoiler alert. When Ash gets his chest which has a mythic blade. I lose out on a door key because it gets stolen later in the map, but it doesn't particularly matter. This is the end of turn 5, which means that at the start of the next turn I will have to turn on the next movie file. But there was no real time gap between them. I just wanted to make sure that I could do the map in halves, so if I screwed up the inputs, I wouldn't have to restart the entire map over. Some larger maps like this are going to be done like that. Chapter 19's preps are shown. Chapter 19X's preps are shown in their entirety because of how small the map is. The main thing was if Rex went into that mid, if he missed his player phase attack, he would have died instead of just having the enemy phase this mid. What's called once. Mage once, and then player phase it once. Allow me to load up the next part of the movie. Noah breaks up one of the Hellbirds and then kills his Cavalier. He's carrying Kellic at the moment, mainly to weigh himself down so that enemies will go for him, if they can. Tekken gets to A-rank swords during the assembly phase, if I recall correctly. Ben uses a short speed to one-shot the Cavalier, to finish off the Cavalier. Originally he used another short speed later in the map to kill that Bishop by Ernest. That Bishop is a physics staff, but it also has development in inflicts poison. Originally, my way of dealing with that was putting Shootout near the wall, and then killing off Bishop with Ben, but I can't exactly do that. Lion pushed towards the throne. Again, and then that thief got in the way, and didn't feel like one-shotting, rigging a defense super crit to one-shot. So I did. By the way, Rex's stats are actually not too terrible. He's at 15 strength, 13 skill, 13 speed, 13 defense. He's not awful. He's actually a pretty decent combat unit, but he's just filler. That's literally his entire purpose and why he was promoted. He's just there for filler combat. Anakin's promotion giving him extra bulk comes in handy on this next player phase. Not player phase, enemy phase. Because Anakin will have to see a tiny bit of combat. Fun fact, there are some Steel and Wyverns in Chapter 20 that don't one-shot Anakin. Yes, technically rank swords there, which means you can use the Onigiri and more importantly, Silver Sword. I was not quite sure what to do here, because this is when I got off script with my notes, but it doesn't change anything. Also, that knight that opened a door on turn 1 hit the treasure room. It saves me a turn, basically. It has a chest key, it has 2 door keys, and it has a door key, a 2-use door key, and it's, Blaze who doesn't know how to program them cannot use them, or didn't know. Anakin is dropped there and safe, so he's safe, from the Paladin. And it also means that, Lion has both enough skill to have crit against the Paladin that's going to attack him with the Lancer. He needs all the skill he can get, because he doesn't have S-Ring swords. And he does it so he can potentially double him, but it's mainly the skill that matters because of the crit. Because Lancers have an 8/5 crit, and he has exactly 5 crit against the Paladin. Lion kills an enemy and summons just Gear Leave. You also could have in theory sent the only gear of the Silver Sword, but I don't really need a Cleave Axe, which is what's in my top right chest, until I get one naturally. I burned 29 RNs here to set up the end phase. I was very worried this part was 50% consistent, but actually it was, despite the fact that it went off script earlier in the map. So, hooray, I guess it didn't go too terribly far off script. That keeps heal AI. He was mainly weakened just so he wouldn't try to steal my stuff. Shooting missing there doesn't change a damn thing. Anakin's extra bulk means that he could have also taken an attack from a thief because he didn't get doubled. Animations are turned on here because... Look at this. Good unit. He falls into that for 6 damage short of a 1 round, and therefore the bishop would have moved to use physic on him to heal him, and we can't really afford that. Not to mention, it saved me a useful line switcher. It's very nice. Send the Night Crest to the, what's called, which makes it the second Night Crest to get in this map, and the fourth Night Crest you could possibly get in this playthrough. One in Chapter 17, one in Chapter 17X, and 2 from this map. For your information, in case you're wondering, there is 1 Knight, 2 Cavaliers, 2 Soldiers. You can, Rex runs level 10, and then you can turn Corbin and Water, and Kevin are quick motion by now. Ace kinda sucks. Kevin is close to level 10 actually, he's like level 9, so in theory he could have promoted for this round, but he wouldn't have done anything. This was casual, if this was casual run, I might have done. That Armor Knight was supposed to be taken out by a combination of Emma and Liam. But I realized that if I want the 11 turn that I got, I needed to move forward. What's unfortunate is that that boss has just enough luck to avoid any crit from Liam with the Silver Bow. And I need all of the uses of a Killer Bow I can get, because I need a 1-use Killer Bow for AI manipulation, and I only have a 2-use Killer Bow left. And I need 1 use in the next map. So I can't go in and use a 1-use Killer Bow to attack the boss, and then queue up Lancer or queue up Silver Bow. As much as I would love to, because it would have made the boss kill slightly easier. Also would have saved the turn, to be honest. It's one of the major turn saves I can make if I have 1 more use of a Killer Bow, or if I had 1 or 2 more uses of a Killer Bow. He just still has a hand axe equipped because he needed to debate these Cavaliers over. Both his Cavaliers attack him with swords, and I was indecisive about which if I'd be able to kill one of them with no. I still get both those chests because Atla ends up dodging one of the knight's attacks, even though Emma kills the knight over the course of 2 turns because she has Phantom and 10 speed, so she can double him. If the knight had a vulnerary, he would instead go to heal AI, but I'll just heal just to be safe. I didn't want to risk having to dodge an attack, although I'm pretty sure he does end up dodging the javelin. Hero's rather indecisive about where to drop Anakin, because like, Knight one-shots him. Well, Knight kills him at where his HP is at now. So I just decided, screw it, I'll drop him on the pillar, and move up, and then get in Ernest's way. I 3-shot Ernest with the Lancer. Also, yeah, Noah kills one of the Cavaliers and then Captain kill together. He uses the Mithril Blade instead of the Silver Sword, because I just got another Mithril Blade, and I still don't have a 3rd Silver Sword. Not Chapter 21, we'll get one. Man, I take Drop Kellic, just for the hell of it. I'm spending some time moving units around, it doesn't really change damn thing. I just want to make sure that Kamina is able to get what she needs from the convoy when it's time for her to promote. Ben was originally going to kill that thief, but he realized he didn't double him and he didn't have enough strength to one-shot him. If I gave him a Steel Lance, he would have been better off. Althari should have been unequipped for this map. Yeah, Anakin would have died exactly to this Armor Knight. This boss is Ernest, he kinda sucks, honestly. That bishop right there, he will attack Anakin instead of Liam, because he does more damage to Anakin if he hit, because he deals 10 damage to Anakin. But Anakin is immune to poison damage killing him because he heals before he takes poison damage, which is really nice. I tried to make sure that he would have killed him with the Throne Healing, and then moved down and then had, Liam, crit this guy. Not crit this guy, run on this guy. Liam's skill being 15 kinda hurts, because he doesn't have 8 natural crit, and most enemies have, 7 luck. So he needs to rely on the, weapon rank crit bonus. Lambing goes into kills just to make sure that his chance of death is almost 0. Because with true hit, that 18% hit is more like, it's close to like 9% hit or whatever. Emma finishes up this night just to ensure Altari's safety. She gets dorked from it. In all honesty, Altari's could have survived the hit, so she should have done that in the next, last turn. Just to, ensure that I got to keep dorky, but it doesn't really change anything. In theory. I value the Lucky Charm that I get, which is Goddess Icon, more than I value the, what's it called? More than I value, the Dorky that would have gotten, because the Lucky Charm means that, Gary gets more hit against the final boss, and, I could also just give it to Lion for more hit, if need be. That Bishop would have ended up killing Rex, even with Vulnerary, because of the poison damage. He would have lived on 1 HP and then gotten poisoned, and I didn't feel like breaking a miss, because Rex's experience and mine's experience really doesn't matter. Ernest gets finished off by, Lime here, and then Lime gets I believe it's level 8. Yeah. And I got the Ended Seal, which is an Essence and Earth Seal, or a Master Seal from FP8, which can be used to promote any unit in my army at the moment, besides the Lords, and besides our boy, Mark. And if I could have promoted Mark, I absolutely would have. But alas, I could. The Anakin heals before poisoning, so he was, unless he died to Valaman, the actual damage, he would have been totally fine. Just 2, it's 11 turns. I want to make sure that Altaris could have stolen from him, but I could have. But I value the Electro Charm again, because it's plus 2 or plus 4 luck. In either way, it's more hit. This was kill boss, I could have saved the next turn. Previous Landsweeper isn't what I would like, but it's not terrible. It's better than having like a previous Landsweeper. I just checked these units to make sure that I did some chest key. And then, Karina equips herself for the next map. Just because I wanted preps to be better for the next map, shorter for the next map, rather. Because Karina gets, Karina, Ben, and Lime are the only units you see combat the next map, spoilers. Upon promotion, Karina gets plus 30 lance experience, which means that she gets to A-rank lances, which means she can use silver lance in the adamant lance, and gets drizzle. She also only has 14 strength, but she also has 9 talents, so she doesn't use any speed from killer lances. She also gains the ability to use swords, which will, in all likelihood, never come into play, unless she needs to fight an axe unit, and can't afford to be weighed down by an axe trooper. I didn't skip this cutscene, because if you skip this cutscene at the start, you actually cannot go to the side quest. It's weird like that. It's weird like Chapter 17X. You just don't get the prompts. And then this is Chapter 19X, the Gold Halberdier. This is actually 100% consistent. I just reset just to make sure the RNG stream is proper. But again, you get to see all of my preps for this map. I undeployed basically everybody. Second is double deployed because I just forgot to undeploy him, but it doesn't really matter at all. Ben takes the Elysian Whip and then gives the Iron Lance Short Spear, and then, on accident, he doesn't accidentally give the Axe Order. It promotes with the Elysian Whip. This gets him to B rank lance, 2 weapon experience away from A rank. He needs A rank lance for the next map, so he can use the Adamant Lance and the Silver Lance, because he doesn't get weighed down by either. He also gains Axe Swords. Lime's inventory doesn't really matter, he just needs a killer bow, and I just decided, I'll just show that it can be done with just a killer bow. Both Karina and Ben need to be with the main group, and we need to be in specific positions. Karina needs to be there so that she can kill Lance crit the sniper. That sniper is a droppable Orion's Bolt, and that Orion's Bolt is either 5k gold or promoted Storm. You'll see which one it ends up being. None of our ends up here just to line up kill Lance crit. Karina can miss, Ben can't, because she has plus 2 strength, so she does plus 2 damage. This is another reason giving me the energy was good. I wouldn't need to deploy an extra unit to deal 2 damage to that sniper, without the energy ring being able to, which would have needed to be, one of the cavaliers, even like one of the third one. I guess, another unit like Illyrian could have been danced, but whatever. That's Ben getting A rank wins, it's super nice. And then 2 RMs were burnt with Ben before I attacked, just to set up this crit. Lime needs the energy ring in order to one-shot, Sid with crit. And because he only had, I believe he is, because Killbow has 30 innate crit, and because he has certain bows, if he had one more skill, if he had 16 skill, he would have 1% crit with Silver Bow, which meant I could have broken out the Killer Bow for the last map. Anyway, that's it for these for Chapter 19 and Chapter 19X of Lost Promise 0% Growths. Thank you for watching, and just to warn you, Chapter 20 is going to be one hell of an undertaking. To put this in perspective, most of the enemies there cannot be doubled by Karina. Most of the enemies there can only be doubled by Howard or Liam. I only have 2 uses of a short bow left, so I don't have consistent 1-2 range with Liam. I don't have very many hand axes left. I have to do some shopping. I have to plan out my shopping pretty particularly. I have to figure out all my unit positioning on every single turn spent in the map. I have to figure out my inventories at the start of the map and in the middle of the map, because some units are going to gain different weapons at different points of the map. I have to get all the RN burns correct and make sure that my inputs are recorded properly. This map is going to take forever. Mainly because I want to try my damnedest to tie the Goat's LTC, or get within 3 turns of it. The Goat's LTC is a 6 turn. I want to try my damnedest to get within within 10 turns. I want to get 10 turns around her, basically. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice night. And I apologize in advance that Chapter 20 is going to take forever. I will have some content coming out in the meantime, relating to TLP in general and also just other things. So, have a nice day.